we're going to take a look at the problem 3/4 divided by 2/3. So the question is really asking us how many groups of 2/3 are in 3/4. So I've set my number line up in fourths. And so here's 3/4, 3/4 of one whole. You can see the whole over here. And our question is, how many groups of 2/3 are in 3/4? Well, I think that 1/3 would be right about here, and 2/3 would be right about here. So how could I reorganize this number line that would more clearly help me see thirds and fourths? Well, I need to find a common denominator. So we're dealing with fourths and thirds. So let's think through some multiples of 4 and some multiples of 3 and see if we can come up with a common denominator. 4, 8, 12, 16, 20, 3, 6, 9, 12, 15. Well, I heard 12 for both of those. So a common multiple of 4 and 3 is 12. And so our least common denominator in this case is going to be 12. So I want to go ahead and reorganize my number line into 12ths. I'm going to come over here, I'm going to click 12ths, and we're going to reset this thing up here. All right, and let's rewrite this problem. So the problem is 3/4 divided by 2/3. And we're going to use common denominators, and our common denominator is going to be 12. So let's see if we want to rewrite 3/4 into 12ths. I'm going to come over here so I have some workspace. I want an equivalent fraction to 3/4 that has a denominator of 12. So what do I have to multiply 3/4 by to get an equivalent fraction with a denominator of 12? I have to multiply 3/4 by 3/3. Now remember, 3/3 is a fraction equivalent to 1. So it's not going to change the value of our fraction. It's just going to change our denominator and our piece sizes. 4 times 3 is 12. 3 times 3 is 9. So 3/4 is equivalent to 9/12. I'm going to write that right here. And now I would like to figure out an equivalent fraction to 2/3 with a denominator of 12. So what would we have to multiply 3 by to get 12? Well, 4. So we're going to multiply 2/3 times 4/4. We're not going to change the value of the fraction. We're just going to write an equivalent fraction. 3 times 4 is 12. 2 times 4 is 8. So now we have our problem written with common denominators, 9/12 divided by 8/12. So let's go ahead and take a look at our number line down here. Where is 9/12? Well, it's right here. Mark that. And the question is, how many groups of 8/12 are in 9/12? I'm going to go ahead and grab one of my groups here. And here is a group of 8/12. So I have one whole group of 8/12. And then I have a portion of another group. Well, how much of that do I have? Let's see. I'm going to mark this here with a little dotted line because this is where this is 3/4 or 9/12. I have this portion of the whole. Well, let's see how much that would be. That would be 1 part of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I have a whole group of 2/3, and I have 1/8 of another group. So my answer is 1 and 1/8. Now let's take a look at dividing with our common denominators here. 12 divided by 12 is 1. Anything divided by 1 is itself. 9 divided by 8 can be written as 9/8. What's 9/8 divided by 1? Well, I know 100 divided by 1 is 100. 1,000,000 divided by 1 is 1,000,000. 5,307 divided by 1 is 5,307. And 9/8 divided by 1 is 9/8. Now, do you believe that this is a true statement? 1 and 1/8 is equivalent to 9/8? If so, how do you know? How many eighths are in one whole? There are 8/8 in one whole. And 8/8 plus 1/8 is equal to 9/8. So this is a true statement. 1 and 1/8 is equal to 9/8, which is equal to 8/8 plus 1/8. So our answer is 1 and 1/8.